Good afternoon and welcome to Sunshine Reports. My name is Remy Allen. The Ondo State government has announced plans to introduce a performance bond for teachers of public primary schools, where promotion from one grade level to another will be based on the academic performance of students. The chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, Victor Olabinton, disclosed practice session with education secretaries from the 18 local government areas of the state in Akure. According to Olabinton, the directives became necessary to enhance performance of pupils in public schools. The State government was not satisfied. Ondo State residents are in high expectation of the return of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. The governor has been out of the country on medical vacation and is expected back home any moment from now. Joy the mood of residents anticipating governor's arrival in Akure, the state capital, and now reports. The Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi embarked on a 21-day medical leave outside the shores of Nigeria to attend to his health on the 7th of June 2023, transmitting power to his deputy Lucky Ayedatiwa to act while away. 6th of July 2023, while residents of the state were looking forward to his return, a circular was released noting the extension of his leave as he was still recuperating in Germany. Few weeks ago, some unverified sources rumored that he was dead, but the State Information Commissioner Bamidele Ademola Olateju, in a statement in Akure, made the clarification that Akeredolu is alive, while assuring Nigerians and residents of the state that after his full recovery. Residents of the state in high spirits are anticipating his arrival with the hope that things will get better when he returns to the state.
It will be the greatest joy of every one of us around this place, because he is a performing governor.
We want him to come back to continue the good works he has been doing.
We've long been expecting him. We've been praying that we'll come over here and, have a good time with us again. We expect his presence now to create another forum, a bigger and a more robust administration.
All we wish the governor is to come back safely and to come and finish his work in Ondo State. If he come back, at least we continue. Happy to hear that.
We have been expecting him to come back, and we have been praying for him. And as God has answered our prayer for him to come, then people will jubilate, expecting him back to come and take over and take full charge of the state, so that then all those things we have lost in terms of rural development and every other things now, when he comes back, then things will rebound.
By God's grace, I believe if he returns.
Joy Pius, Osrc News. Our residents have been assured of Ondo State government's intervention in areas that have been affected by flooding in the local government. Ondo State Commissioner for Environment, Sunday Akinwalere, who is promised that the complaints of all residents will be escalated to the state government and there will be an intervention. This Finifolua Olaleye reports that the commissioner also said,
in incessant complaints of our residents about flooding, the Ondo State Commissioner for Environment visited Alete River, Enyogbe, and Sawmill areas of our local government. Oluwatoyin Adewale, a resident of Ogbara Ajigo area in the town, who appealed to the government, stated the adverse effects of flooding on inhabitants of the area.
Is very bad to the level that once it's raining now, my father's house, there's no place for tenants to park their load. If you go there now, you realize that no tenant wants to come in again. It's only my father alone that is living in the company. So nobody wants to live in an environment that is flooding anytime it's raining. So we are moving
to which flooding has ravaged the areas. While appealing to our residents to avoid improper dumping, he implored them to desist from erecting structures close to canals.
We were able to see for ourselves. The person who said that people from our residents from will take serious note that it is not possible for the state government to live or alone without coming to intervene. That will be coming already. This has been listed. Appeal to all residents of our local government of the way they use the environment. Don't dump waste regularly and the sanitary places.
The commissioner, however, guaranteed that the government will do in the affected areas. Fiyinfoluwa Olaleye, Osrc News.
The Deputy Governor of Delta State, Sir Monday Onyeme, has stressed that Nigerian youths needed to be positively engaged at all.
Clubs, Initiative of Youth Empowerment and Skills Acquisition Center as one of the objectives of the program.
While we make selfless contribution towards this project, we should also, in our own little way, encourage our youth to be positively engaged at all to check societal ills and to enthrone a society that all of us will be proud of.
In his lecture titled Community Development and Effective Associations in National Development, NASA spokesperson Dr. Felix added that the roles of clubs and associations cannot be underplayed in community development as they have made considerable impact on sustainable development.
Community developers must understand how to
of God and with financial and services support from you all, I should fully implement all that I've laid. I call for your prayers and request for your cooperation. I call on you all to kindly join me in this service journey. Hop on board the moving train as we forge ahead together.
Jegede, a progressive Melville Jones Fellow and Lions certified instructor, joined the Lions Club over 36 years ago. She is a retired civil servant in Ondo State and the wife of the pioneer district governor of the bifurcated district 404A1 Nigeria. Lion Olumuyiwa Jegede, Kunle Aruyo, Osrc News.
Nigerians have expressed delight in the created ministry, Marine and Blue Economy by President Connect to put the nation on the path of equity and growth. Those who spoke with OSRC in Akure, the Ondo State capital, maintained the ministry is long overdue as the oceans hold the key to sustainable growth, economic growth, environmental preservation, technology, and
besides Europe and Asia, has been generating billions in revenue from marine and blue economy. Unlike Nigeria, research shows that blue economy globally is estimated at more than $1.5 trillion per year, and with the size of Nigeria, the nation would be among the significant players in the sector. This, no doubt, will contribute hugely to the revenue generation as an alternative to the almighty crude oil, which have income to the country over the years. Public commentators Stephen Omolara and Lekan Olajobi reveal the potentials in the blue economy, which can ease on the path of economic prosperity.
The oil is there. We have magnets, we have a lot of things cobalt, we have even salt. There is underwater weeds that are rich.
So the people around there, and even fishery that is done in a very minimal, medium scale can now be enlarged to a large scale. And apart from the content that can be got from, particularly that ministry from other ministries.
To Mr. Fundoye and Ali Monebi, Ondo State is set to benefit immensely from this new development, as the state has the longest coast, 280 kilometers.
The Olua glass, that used to be in Bokoda, that's we used to have the glass industry. In Bokoda, because it got sand, enough sand. In fact, sand contributes not less than 70 to 80% of whatever thing that is going to be used to make the glass, which we were exporting at a point in time. I want to believe that it was as a result of the fact that we have never had this marine or blue.
To the improvement of our, in terms of modernization of our ports and improving marine security. It's like attracts foreign shipping companies. Revenue we are going to get will improve our revenue source tremendously.
Mr. Femi Akarakiri and others suggested best ways to handle this laudable project and ensure that all necessary infrastructure required to make the ministry work is put in place.
New ministry must be able to set certain goals, demonstrable goals, and work towards achieving them. When people start seeing results, there's a way to encourages people to start believing back that it is possible. The ministry hopefully will start engaging investors to go down. Let's see what we have on our seabed. What are the kind of ecosystem that we have? From this ecosystem, we can start looking at the benefits we can derive for some of the kind of species that are there.
Emphasis should be laid more on that blue economy at this moment and the maritime industry, which of course is a money spinner in the economy right now.
The new ministry with the hope that if adequately handled will not only provide millions of job opportunities to the nation's teeming youths, but will also give a massive boost to the nation's economy. Omoriola Ngbeji, Osrc News.
One of the strides of the Ondo State government, as encapsulated in the redeemed agenda, is educational advancement and human capacity development. Goals in this direction are targeted at children, with the girl child gaining prior attention. Initiatives global developmental needs of the boy child have likewise been prioritized. Edition of the Ondo Superboy Tech and Lead Camp 2.0, designed to harness technological potentials of young boys. Of Ondo State Governor Betty Ayanwa-Akredolu. In a bid to nurture and churn out responsible boys to society, the Ondo State government went further through the office of the Special Advisor to the Governor on Gender to gather over 120 boys to take part in the second edition of the Ondo Superboy Tech and Lead Camp in Akure.
Super!
For about 2 weeks in active camp, the boys were equipped with digital entrepreneurship and leadership skills.
Even though there is a global gender inequality gap, we also do not want to leave any sex behind. We do not want to leave any gender behind, thereby creating local inequalities within our own community. And that's why we have adolescent boys, building in them technology, ICT skills, building in them leadership skills, building ability in them, bringing out the attitude, the right attitude.
Some of the instructors expressed delight that the program has polished a crop of young boys that will add value to society.
We have seen what the boys have turned out to be in the society. We have this yahoo, different problems all around the world. People feel that the boy child will figure things out, and they're not figuring anything out. We were so intentional about technology, about attitude, leadership. Everything was total.
They are expected to exploit the world. They are expected to conquer the universe. I am expecting some of them to become shakers and movers.
This is going to actually add another asset to our entrepreneurship skill in Ondo State.
Some of the Superboys are confident that the skills imbued in them will crystallize into a great future where they can be self-dependent.
Because this camp has helped me a lot. I learned more things, more skills from the tech skills, even sport. Can you try out of that? So I learned more about this.
When I chose web design, I saw that there can be something coming out of this thing, and I saw it's many people now are collecting medals for sports, collecting medals for tech, collecting medals for even spoken words and debates, and it's actually something that every boy should actually go for. So I will improve on myself in my web designing prowess, and I will look at ways and other ways I can improve myself in a place.
As in a matter of years, these seeds being sown to take advantage of the benefits of technological advancements of the 21st century would have become leaders and tech giants that will provide society with answers. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
An inventive spirit of Nigerians have continued to cushion the effect of continuous increases in prices of goods and services. Prices of petrol, Nigeria are beginning to look at cutting costs. While many no longer go out with their personal cars, many are resorting to converting their petrol-powered electricity generating set to the far cheaper liquefied petroleum gas, better known as cooking gas. Osrc's Joy Pius spoke with some stakeholders on the development and now reports.
Recent developments arising from the removal of petrol subsidy have led to the hike in pump price of petrol and have increased the rate of conversion of petrol generators to liquefied petroleum gas. In view of these developments, many Nigerians and businesses have resorted to converting their petrol-powered generators to run on cooking gas. These businessmen in Akure Metropole, Blessing Ademujimi and Shed Moku, who converted their generators from petrol to cooking gas, said it is economical because it is cheaper compared to the current price of petrol.
In a day, we used to use 5 liters every day. For yes, that's how we used every day. But when we start using gas, we use 3 kg in a day. That 2 kg now, we buy a kg of gas 560. So I was doing nothing like 9. It was on like 9 hours in a day. So before we used to use like 5 liters every day, because there is difference between the gas and the petrol. So we prefer using the gas than the petrol.
When the subsidy was removed, it was 5,000 naira per day, which I use 5,000 naira worth of fuel per day. I still take it home. I still take this for my domestic use. So some people said dangerous stuff like that.